let's get into the game tonight. And I want to just, in this ongoing Haliburton Sabonis argument that happens on the message boards and websites and whatever, one of the things that often gets brought up is, well, Domantas Sabonis is a two-time All-Star. Well, he might not re-sign. Well, they have control of, Tyrese Haliburton. I said one of the things is like 5 things. I think Kings fans, if they haven't already, and I think some have, need to really, when the trade happened, Jason, I said, there's no way to tell what Tyrese's future is going to be. And, and Sabonis is a proven commodity, blah, 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 blah. Well, hindsight helps you look at things and obviously performance. So here's the reality. Domantas Sabonis, two-time All-Star. Tyrese Haliburton has yet to make an All-Star team, and at some point probably will. Tyrese Haliburton's going to make the All-Star team this year, and Domantas Sabonis is not.
You're certain of that? I believe the first part.
Barring injury.
Now, you don't think Sabonis is in?
I think that's an argument.
Yeah.
That is an argument. So I'll retract.
Okay.
Because you're right. Would I bet on him being there? Yeah. I mean, we obviously know that Nikola Jokic will be there from the West. Does Sabonis make it over 8? Does he make it over? I don't know. Maybe he does, because I'm looking right now. What Draymond's not going to do. Dallas doesn't have. Karl Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert.
Well, Towns is now at 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, he is. I retract. Maybe
there's a chance. I'm not saying I feel good about Haliburton.
But Haliburton is.
I feel good about Haliburton, the way he's playing.
Yeah, again, and this is barring some sort of crazy drop-off. Haliburton's going to become an All-Star this year.
Yeah. And what changed with them, by the way, on that, just the way they're playing. I mean, he's great. I just thought it's really rare for a team with just an awful record to get an All-Star.
Yeah.
They don't have an awful record, and he's playing great. And his stats are just so good. He's obviously not going to get voted in. But, the way he's playing, he would earn a spot.
We do this sometimes. Jody Bacon hates it. If you have a pen there, if you wouldn't mind, I'm going to give you some numbers, and then I want you to pick the player, okay? Player 1, 18.8 points per game. Player 2, 19.9 points per game. Player 1, 4.2 rebounds per game. Player 2, 4.7. Player 3, 10.5 assists.
Wait, player 3.
I'm sorry, player A. 10.5 assists. Player B, 11.3. And finally, player A, 0.8 steals per game. Player B, 1.8 steals per game. Based on those statistics, which player are you taking?
Player 2.
Yeah, player 2, who is ahead of player A in points, rebounds, assists, and steals. This was making the rounds yesterday.
Just on the stats, yeah.
Player 1, the one you did not take. Or let me pull back. Player 2, the one you did take, is Tyrese Haliburton this year. Player 1, the one you did not take, is one of Steve Nash's MVP seasons. Those numbers were making the rounds. Now, context matters.
Sure.
Here's the bottom line. This is the point I'm making. Tyrese Haliburton is very good. Tyrese Haliburton is going to be an All-Star. Those arguments need to stop. But Domantas Sabonis is really good too. Both teams have benefited. This thing still comes down a lot to, will Sabonis re-sign? Will he be able to maintain his health and his numbers? And same thing with Tyrese Haliburton, who they will most likely, with the extension, have control for the next 6 years. The Pacers will. But if the Kings extend Sabonis, same thing. It's impossible to tell the future. But right now, both teams are relevant. Both teams are enjoying a bit of a renaissance. Both teams are fantastic. And I think, as we talked about it a little bit yesterday, Jason, it's fair to look at the deal like that.
Yeah. I one thing that never gets talked about in it is the Tyrese angle on re-signing. Now, I know Indiana has, because everybody goes, well, the Kings may not re-sign Sabonis. Fact, they may not. Sure. I don't know the answer to that.
Sure.
But the assumption already is that Tyrese will re-sign with Indiana, which I think is a unfair way to look at it.
Yeah.
Yes, there are way more advantages for the Pacers and him, but now you'll have seen two organizations, and let's say the Pacers, he's playing great, and the Pacers are a non-playoff team for his next 2 years there.
Yes.
He'll be coveted.
He will.
You know what? I'll go to New York. I'll go to LA. I'll go to Miami. I'll go to I mean, it just everybody's already plugged that in that Tyrese is a Pacer for life.
Yes.
I doubt he'll be an Indiana Pacer the rest of his career. That's just my hunch. History would tell us he won't be.
I agree with you there. I don't think he will. I have a hard time seeing him not extending in Indiana.
You're right.
But yeah, I'm with you. I mean, you don't know what's going to happen down the road. Now, the Pacers are historically not a tank team. They're not a team that they're very tank adverse, but who knows what's going to happen in a year or 2 or 3. In that trade, as we've also discussed before, you could say addition by subtraction. Buddy Hield moves on. They replace Buddy Hield and that money with Kevin Huerter, with Malik Monk. So really, it was Buddy Hield and Tyrese Haliburton. And this is a purple hazed way to look at it, but Tyrese Haliburton and Buddy Hield is who goes. Who came? Sabonis. That money, Monk, Huerter, and it unlocked De'Aaron Fox.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why we can't just say both teams were able to win the trade. Now, down the road, if the Pacers are winning championships or 1, 2, and 3 seeds and Fox regresses or these other guys regress, that's a different story, but that's not the case right now.
Yeah, and the need to feel like there's a winner in this is and I know you joked at the beginning, the winner of tonight's game, that's it. That's decided. It's also likely going to change through time.
Yeah.
If there were an injury for a player and someone misses 4 to 6 weeks, you're forgetting about that other player for a while. If one of the two teams only makes the playoffs and that player thrives in the play, like you're not thinking about the trade the same way. If it becomes lopsided or they both play great, it just, excuse me, it can fluctuate, and it doesn't have to be a winner in this.
Well, Russell says he would take Haliburton over both Sabonis and Fox together. So that also reinforces it was a good deal. If Russell's on that side and you're on the other, you're in a good spot. You can watch us on YouTube. Just go to Sactown Sports' YouTube page. Not just now, but you can also watch us not live. It's more fun live, though.
Yeah.
You win prizes and stuff. Harrison Barnes is also aware, as all Kings are, of the return of Buddy and Tyrese Haliburton. Here's what he had to say yesterday.
No, it's not another deal. I mean, when we played last year in Indy, I mean, it was like it didn't matter what the records were. You know, it was just a lot of energy, obviously playing against guys that, you know, you consider family and things like that, but also, you know, it was an emotional trade for the guys who were involved with it. So, you know, I know Domas was itching to play in that one in Indy, and he didn't get a chance to play in this. So obviously, you know, with Tyrese and Buddy coming back, you know, it's going to be a big game. I think for us too, with where we're at, obviously dropping the last few, you know, we want to get a win.
What do you think the fan reaction is going to be tomorrow night for them?
You know, I would say I hope it's positive, but in light of recent events, you know, I don't know what the fan reaction is going to be. But look, I mean, those are, like I said, those are our guys. So I hope that, you know, it can be a positive reception, because after being on 2 different teams before and going back, I know how special it felt for me, you know, get a warm reception, and, you know, to have the fans appreciate you and things like that. So going back and having it be hostile, I don't know how that would be.
Well, I can help Harrison out a little bit, because during the last break, I put out today's poll question. Actually, it's a 2-parter. What will you do when Tyrese Haliburton and Buddy Hield are introduced tonight? Will you cheer or will you boo? And in just 20 minutes, we have quite a few responses. Tyrese Haliburton, cheer or boo? You want to take a crack? Percentages?
85 cheer, 15 boo.
92% say they will cheer Tyrese Haliburton. Only 8% will say they will boo him. I'm glad to hear that, the cheer part. Same question for Buddy Hield. You want to take a crack at that one?
Maybe disappointed with this. I think it's going to be 50-50.
50-50. You're not that far off. 48% say they will cheer Buddy Hield. 52% say they will boo. I think it's more going to flip-flop. I think by the end of the day, it'll be 60-40. Probably. Yeah.
Bonus question.
Uh-huh.
Does one or both of Tyrese and Buddy get a video tonight?
I think you have to do both.
You'd have to do both. Now, do you do like a combo video?
I mean, like Buddy winning the 3-point contest and stuff like that matters.
Listen, I saw an argument the other day that Buddy Hield's a top 15 all-time Sacramento King.
It's probably not far from being.
Legit.
Yeah, and that's why I'm just floored by the booing, but also just the little bit of pettiness that was out there, like the game visual at the end, like next home game. And it was Sabonis and Miles Turner on the big screen. And you're going,
really?
I mean, so I don't think they're doing it. That's my own reaction, but
no.
Hey, I want to tell everybody,